What's going on? It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with the Boxing Clinic. Shout out to the LDBC. And, let's talk about something that's really touchy and pushy and feely and, kind of hard to talk about. And, if you follow my page, I don't give a shit. I talk about racism. But I'm not a fan of the UFC like that. I'm not a hardcore fan, not a purist. I'm casual, probably below casual. Only UFC fight I remember watching in full was John Jones versus Don Cormier, or whatever the dude's name is. It was a solid scrap. Just doesn't hold my interest. Don't really talk about UFC. I don't know anything about Conor McGregor as far as what I've seen in highlights when I've seen him talk. But I would be remiss and I would be a hypocrite in my own feelings if I didn't report this. I blasted Sergey Kovalev for his racist remarks with Andre Ward. I let the first one slide with Adonis Stevenson. I'm gonna get to why I'm telling you this guys. I let it slide, And people was trying to say it was fake. It was real. Andre Ward's team was talking about the racist remarks he did, the racist memes, and all the racist stuff he said and deleted. Even Lennox Lewis called him out, okay? Regardless, it was racist, and he got what he came to him. Goes around, comes around like a hula hoop. He got his ass whooped, he got knocked out, and, he barely got paid for that fight, if he got paid. No guarantee money. So he got what he came to him. And today, Conor McGregor was asked, who will win between you and a guy from Rocky 3? He said, you talking about Rocky 3? I'm paraphrasing it. Rocky 3? The one with all the black monkeys dancing in the gym? And that's racist as fuck. And if you're familiar with any of the Rocky series, especially if some people that's not familiar, the younger generation, basically in Rocky 3, Rocky gets, a manhandled by Mr. T in the first fight. So Apollo Creed says, I'm going to help you out. Give me a favor. So they get to California to Apollo Creed's old boxing gym. And there's a whole bunch of black guys in there, there are a whole bunch of black guys in there basically boxing. And, moving like a black fighter, the perception of a black fighter moves. And that's what Conor McGregor is referring to, the guys moving in the boxing gym and, on the tippy toes and hitting the bag and hitting the speed bag as monkeys. Monkeys. Now, just like Kovalev, I let Conor McGregor slide the other day when he called Floyd Mayweather a boy. And watch my reaction video. I told you about that. And then he said he was dancing as well. You don't tell a black guy that. He called him a boy, and they turned his mic off. I was one of the only guys that pointed that out. One of the few guys that caught that. And the difference is this. Kovalev, I was ignorant to the situation of Kovalev in Russia. I guess he said I didn't know anything about racism before I came to America. And John Jackson had to school me on it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay. But then I did research, and Russians are very racist towards people of melanin skin color, with melanin in their skin color, dark-skinned people, black people. Long history of throwing bananas at black people on the football field. Go back and find that Sergey Kovalev, video I did on racism, and people say, oh, he's not racist, but they defend him, But if it was Andre Ward calling him a cracker, oh, they'd be all over it. Same thing with Conor McGregor. It's gonna slide. He's gonna get a pass from a lot of people in the media. He's definitely, even if he's trying to sell a fight, maybe that's what Kovalev was trying to sell a fight, make Andre Ward upset or mad. You don't do it in that manner. We don't play about racism. And Ireland is very racist towards dark-skinned people, black people, people with melanin in their skin color. That's a fact. That's a fact. And for him to go out there and say that shit in an interview like that and be blatant with it, that's just another smack in the face for black people who's dealing with a lot of racism, a lot of double standards in the world, in America just in general. And this dude is going to get away with it, basically. He's going to be a little heat to his ass. He might shoot a little apology out, and that's about it. Maybe he's trying to sell the fight, but that's not the type of way you sell the fight, honestly. But at the end of the day, he's going to get away with it. But if Floyd called him a cracker, a wetback, a vanilla wafer, whatever slurs, he will be under fucking fire. He will be damn near about to get killed out here. But that's just the way it goes, You can do whatever you want to do to the black person or the black man, and, you get a slap on the wrist. Look at Shia LaBeouf today with the racist rant he went on. Slap on the wrist. It is what it is, and, hopefully what comes around goes around. He gets what he wants. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. We gone.